Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Master of Science in Health Data Science. Today, we will start our next topic that is unsupervised learning. So, the unsupervised learning is also discussed in introduction. In that type of learning, we don't have information about the labels of the data. So, we don't know labels of data. So, how our algorithm work? It learned the hidden pattern from the data and on the basis of it to provide the decision. So basically the data is not labeled, but our model try to extract the hidden patterns, and on the basis of similarities it just provide us a output. Here first of all we discussed our first example of unsupervised learning, that is k means clustering. So k means clustering is basically unsupervised learning algorithm. So let me discuss. Before discussing it, we have an idea about the clusters. So, as we know that it is unsupervised learning, so in supervised learning, there is a concept of classification, that there is a proper boundary is made because we know about the labels data, that labeling of our data. But in unsupervised learning, we don't have any information about the labeling. So, first of all, we have to just use algorithm in that a way that it is grouping on the basis of similarities. For example, if we provide the data to our unsupervised algorithm, so what does it do? It make cluster of it. Cluster means on the basis of similarities it is just separating the data. So in supervised learning we have a concept of classification, but now in unsupervised learning there is a concept of a clustering, that on the basis of similarities our model just separate and create the clusters. So now what is a problem statement? So healthcare data is often unlabeled. That it's not important that every time we have a label. So goal is that the group similar patients automatically, that we want to do grouping on the basis of similarities. For example, persons having blood group A are separated in one group and others are other group. So we are doing grouping. So for now we discuss the example of age, BMI and glucose level. So what is a clustering? Group similar data point together. High similarity within the clusters. Low similarity between the clusters. Patients with similar health profiles form a group. So here grouping is done instead of a classification. What is K means? It is unsupervised learning algorithm divides data in K clusters. So K means that how many clusters we want to make. Each cluster has a centroid, and what is a centroid? It is a mean of the values. So centroid is a mean of a values. Each data point belongs to one cluster basically. So those data points that are similar are grouped at one cluster. For example, patient records as a dataset. Each patient has age, BMI, glucose, and objective is that group patients into a similar health risk categories. As I told you, for example, same blood group patients are separated in one group and others are in other group. How our algorithm will work? It first of all choose K. Choose K means it decide how many cluster you want to make. Then it initializes the centroids that are mean of the values. And then it measures the distance. Commonly we use Euclidean distance is used commonly. And then it assigns the clusters and then updates the centroids and repeat until convergence. So these are the steps. Choose K, how many clusters you want to make, initialize the centroids, measure the distance, assign the clusters, update the centroids, and repeat until convergence. So in step 1 and 2 we do initialization, that we choose number of clusters. For example, I want to make 2 clusters, 3 clusters. So I choose it by providing value to the key and randomly select the data points as initial centroids. So firstly we just randomly select our data points. In our present data we randomly tell that these are the centroids I want to take in the first time, and basically centroids are the starting points only. So we just randomly select the data points first of all for centroid. So first of all we choose k, that let's suppose I want to make two clusters, so k equal to 2, and I initialize the centroids from the my data set randomly when first time I am doing that algorithm. Then it measured the distance from each point to the centroid. So it applied the distance formula and measured the distance of from each point to centroids that you have selected, and then assign each point to the nearest centroids. Data points form K clusters. So it measured the distance, and though if the distance is those clusters that are giving us less distance, for example, K1 and K2 are two clusters. And when we apply the distance formula, so K2 answer is less than K1. So those answer that is minimum, that is very minimum, it is just considered is selected and included in that cluster. So for example, I have K1 and K2. When I apply the distance formula, K1 is giving me let's suppose 2, but K1 is giving me 1. So I choose my K1 cluster basically there. After that, we just update and repeat. Update the centroid as a mean of a cluster point, recalculate the distances, repeat assignment and update step. And at the end, conversions and output stop when cluster do not change, that everything is now becomes same. Centroids are stop moving, and final the stabler clusters obtain. So choosing the value of a key. Key must be choose before running the k-means. So before running the k-mean algorithm, you have to tell them how many cluster you want to use. Basically, elbow method is commonly used there. So choose k where improvements slow. So what are the strength and limitation of it? The strength are that it is simple and fast, easy to understand. Limitation is that must define k, sensitive to outliers, assume the spherical clusters. So health interpretations, cluster ones, for example, we have made two clusters here. Cluster one is similar low risk patients that having a low risk chances, and cluster two having a high risk patients. So now you will see sports clinical analysis, not diagnosis, that it is doing analysis, that cluster one has low risk patient and cluster two has similar high risk patients. And then we just summarize our topic that K means group similar patients by repeatedly assigning them to the nearest centroid and updating the cluster until convergence. So in K mean, first of all, we have to choose the cluster, and then we first of all randomly assign the centroids. Then we apply the distance formula, and those cluster that has less distance formula, that is just accepted in our scenario. For example, as I told you, I have two clusters, that is K1 and K2. K2 is giving me minimum answer when I apply the distance formula. So it will be selected, and my data point will be inside now K2. And I just making the cluster next time. Let's suppose again K2 having the less answer, that is less distance. So again K2 is selected and my data points is added. So in that way all the things are working. So this is just about the theoretical part. In the next session we will see how practically we can apply the k-means. So I hope it is understandable. So just go through it, and in next session I will do the practical as well. Thank you.